Now here at 6 o'clock, Governor Landry touting what he says are hundreds of millions of dollars in savings through his version of DOGE. The governor made that claim during a news conference today at the Capitol. Landry, however, did not give a specific number on the savings. The state program was patterned after the U.S. Department of Government Efficiency that President Trump launched with Elon Musk. The governor says it's all aimed at reining in wasteful government spending.
We're not going to stop finding efficiencies and improving the services that we provide to our citizens in the state. And it's only through reforming those, it's only through continuing to change the culture that we can lower the tax burden on our citizens, and they deserve it.
News 15 tonight, checking the state budget in the wake of the governor's news conference. Scott Brazda sat down with the state treasurer for a conversation about Louisiana's financial condition.
The economics of the Bayou State, money coming in, money going out of the state treasury, all in the place we call home.
In Louisiana? Well, it's looking quite good.
Which is news State Treasurer John Fleming is more than happy to share.
We have announced a $293 million budget surplus.
And with that 9-digit surplus, says Fleming, comes temptation.
But the problem is that still money seems to slip through fingers in Louisiana. We need to tighten that up.
But a surplus? 9 digits? Let's go back to the word temptation.
What I don't want to see is our legislature to say, we've got $293 million. Let's find places to spend it.
What would Fleming do with the money?
I believe this is a great opportunity to give that money back to the taxpayers in the form of tax cuts, because that will stimulate the economy.
Again, Fleming says things are improving, but still he adds the economic growth, even with nice educational spending, isn't what it should be.
I mean, there are colleges all over the state and they cost the state a lot of money. But the problem is when it's time to get a job, they go elsewhere. They don't stay in the state.
Fleming's hope is that Louisiana does a better job of incentivizing businesses to come in, take a look, and decide to set up shop in our state.
So I think it does start with, again, tax cuts. We need a fairer, balanced tax system for companies, and we need to lower insurance rates.
Oil and gas is still a player, but there are other things to build around. But one hurdle has been federal dollars, the influx of which ebbs and flows and then can cause problems.
In fact, that's one of the problems that New Orleans has today, is they rebudgeted based on one-time COVID money that came in, yet they kept spending like it was going to keep coming in, and it didn't, so now they're in a big deficit.
Fleming says big companies are leaving California, New York, and that's benefiting neighboring states like Texas, Florida, Mississippi. He says Louisiana ought to be a part of all that.
We're not in on the party, though. They're all coming to states around us, but not here. And I think if we adopt some of the best practices of these states, that we will be able to join the party as well.
In Lafayette, with videographer Alex Foe, Scott Brazda, News 15.